Hi, this is Tracy with Traces of Inspiration. Um, Today is April 15th. It is a month since the death of my mom, like as far as having her viewing. Um, it's really tough. This morning I woke up with just a lot of thoughts. I could hear myself like audibly in my mind, and I felt it was very important and necessary just to get out everything that I was thinking. So my mom, she passed away on the 3rd of March. It's really tough to it still feels unreal. It feels like, dang, like a whole nother level of pain. I've lost people before, but this pain is something I can't even really describe or put into words. I wish I could, um, but I felt that maybe vlogging would help me just to get through this journey of healing that I'm seeking. Today in my journal, I was writing down thoughts such as how I got to where I am now. And some of the things that came up was God saying no. And I guess I finally learned a life lesson that God does say no. And it doesn't feel good hearing no. I'm used to hearing sermons that hype me up to, like, follow your dreams, whatever dreams that you have, like the Lord will bring it to pass, and like, let God know what you want to do. It'll work out, he'll fulfill it. But in this season lately, it was like the opposite. I dealt with believing in a relationship that it would lead to marriage, and I mean, like, I was so consumed, and I made myself believe so much that it would happen, that when it didn't happen, like when I didn't end up getting proposed to and he proposed to somebody else, it was extremely embarrassing and devastating for me. And I feel like I'm still processing and dealing with that. On top of that, I was in nursing school, and I didn't do so well in a couple of my exams, which, like, basically I failed out. And that was extremely devastating for me because for as long as I can remember, I've wanted to be a nurse. And not just solely a nurse, I want to be a surgeon, but I definitely wanted to, like, go through the route of nursing. And this journey, it's been like so tough and so difficult. Like, where I will start and I get in, I get accepted, but then as far as the maintaining piece, that's the portion that has been extremely difficult for me. And like, I just believe that it was finally my time. Like, God's hand was upon this whole situation. I got a scholarship, I got into the program, but as I was in the program, I had professors who were I had professors who were like just biased. I dealt with a lot of anxiety. I felt like there was no sense of direction as far as how to study for the material. Like, I just felt like I didn't belong, and it was just tough. And the thing was, at the end of the day, like, I still want to be a nurse. That's the part. Um, and then my mom, like, yeah, I believe God so hard that my mom would be healed. Other individuals had dreams seeing my mom healed, and I would put oil on her. I would pray. I put scriptures all over the wall. I fasted the best that I could. And God still allowed her to pass away. Um, to me, that's another no. I started attending a church, and at this church, I was kind of hopeful, that I found my purpose or where I fit in. But then so many things happened where I had to leave the church. I had to walk away from positions, from the ministry, and just even a job that I was doing there. And it was just so devastating. And I feel like with all these different things that have kept on happening, it was like one disappointment on top of another disappointment on top of another disappointment on top of another disappointment. And now I'm like, what's my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? Like, God, you said no. So it's like what do I do now? I felt I was so sure that I've heard you in all of these decisions or choices that I made. But when all of them I felt were like pulled away from me, yanked away from me, um, now it's like I don't know what to do in my life. Um, I feel like I lost sense of purpose. I'm usually the one, encouraging people and being the strong one. But right now, I don't feel that. So it's like, okay, God, you said no, and it left me crushed and devastated. At this point, I really don't know what to do. And usually it's difficult for me to put how I feel into words, or usually it's all in my mind, and trying to articulate it to other people is really a challenge at times. But I hope to do these video diaries or vlogs and use this as a journey for healing and overcoming.